Welcome to one of the most extreme places on Earth, Death Valley. This is where the hottest recorded temperature on this planet has ever been recorded. So we're gonna go into this valley and I'm gonna take you around the coolest spots, the most popular spots, and we're gonna start this now. So here we go, welcome to Death Valley. Whew. You try trekking up this thing. It's intense. We've been at this for a little bit, but the fun continues. Here we go. All right, so this is pretty interesting, the fact that I'm going up this mountain. I don't even know what mountain this is, but it's pretty steep. Here, let me show you behind me what we're looking at. That back there. This in the summertime is over 100 degrees. Right now it's nice and cool, just about the right time. But I am on the way now to Dante's View, one of the higher peaks in this area, so we can see the entire valley. And then from there, we're gonna take it all the way down to the lowest point in Badwater Basin. It's about 200 feet below sea level, or something around that. So that should be interesting. But we're gonna continue this, and we're gonna go from here. One of the most amazing views I have seen anywhere in the US is right up here because of the contrast. I'm gonna show you what we're looking at so you can appreciate. I don't know if you can see behind me, there's a basin down there and it is unbelievable, unbelievable. We are pretty high up. I don't know what the elevation is, but down there is below sea level, which makes it even more of a dramatic elevation shift from more to say. But with that, I just want to make sure that you understand the complexities of areas that we have here at Death Valley. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, so it is very steep here. I'm gonna try to show you the the amount of steepness. It seems like there's a crater down there. Let me go ahead and position the camera so you guys can see this. Okay, so we've reached the famous sand dunes here at Death Valley. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but Zabriskie Point, something along the lines. Spectacular, as always. You should see these deep crevices inside of this valley, as I say, but check this out. What an amazing view. What really gets to me is the change in temperature. So to give you an example, when we were up in Dante's Point, up on the top, it was 30 degrees. 30 degrees, and yeah, I was in a t-shirt. It didn't really bother me, but it was pretty chilly. Down here is 60 on the way down. So it's quite a considerable change in temperature. Just to show you how the elevations change constantly all around this valley. But needless to say, Spectacular view, definitely worth it. We're gonna go take another point here, or another shot, so I can share it with you guys and so you can see what I'm looking at. All right, chicken and rice. This is not a bad thing. So we're having a little early dinner at the sand dunes here at the Badlands in the valley. It's delicious, let me tell you. Quiet, not a soul. Chicken and rice. Can't get better than this. I just have to protect this from the birds. They get near me, I bite. Anyway, I'm gonna show you those sand dunes in a little bit. After we recharge and get ready, we're gonna go on a 2.5-mile hike, short, right before sundown, and hopefully we get some good content to show with you guys. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the Badlands here, so it's a lot of canyons, a lot of rocks, but spectacular. Sun's coming down, it's getting real cold. We're gonna go down a, I don't know, 2.5-mile trail, but I don't think we're gonna go down the whole thing because the sun's gonna come down. But it might be fun to gather some content during this sundown phase as well. If you notice how this looks, it's just constant, you know, rocks and canyons. It's a beautiful, beautiful landscape. It's definitely a beautiful landscape because every time we go to a different area of the valley, it's just so much to see, so much to do, you don't have enough time. It's unbelievable. We're gonna continue down this off the beaten path, as we say, and we're gonna see what's entailed on this beautiful trail and go from there. Okay, so this is the beginning of the trail that's gonna lead to those canyons in the back that you're just about to see. Continuing down the trail. Woo! This is quite an exercise, I'll tell you. All right, so in front of me, I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. I believe it's Badwater Basin all the way in the back. That's the bottom of all this. That's that low point that I'm talking about. That looks like we're gonna have to get there tomorrow because we're obviously not gonna have enough time. So with that, we're just exploring a little bit more of this this point here. It's unbelievable because I'm gonna tell you, everywhere you look, for lack of a better word, it's like nature porn. I mean, it's the only thing I can think of. I mean, it's spectacular. I keep saying that. So everywhere you look. So I'm just going down here. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look behind me. I mean, it's miles of this, complete miles of this, and over maybe about 5 miles down, the terrain completely changes and turns into something else. This looks to me that there was water here a while back. If you look behind me, it looked like some water came down through here. And even in front, I'm gonna show you here. And even in front, this looks like there was water here as well. You kind of see how this canyon was formed. So it goes up, it goes down. All this was most likely a river at some point. Again, I haven't really looked into the history here. Just pretty much exploring it before anything else. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So if you remember Star Wars, this whole area is where they filmed Star Wars. Remember R2-D2 going down these little sand areas and the little Ewoks and Obi-Wan and all that stuff? It was here. I don't know exactly where, but I mean, if I did my research, I'd find out exactly where this was. But it's surreal kind of being where, you know, when you were a kid watching the movie, and we're here, we're on that planet, right? That the movie was filmed in, or supposedly, you know, the fictitious planet, and it was right here in Death Valley. So pretty cool that that we're experiencing this live. I want to find out that spot so I can share it with you guys as well. But we're continuing on this trek. So it looks like we've reached the bottom of a riverbed. If we look this way, I mean, you see the canyons on the side, and obviously it's very distinct. You can see here that there was a river once flowing through here. So, I mean, I'm pretty much walking through an old dry river. I don't know if water still flows through here from time to time, but it just continues. So you have these golden kind of canyons all around, and this just goes for miles and miles. So that's what I'm doing. I'm walking miles and miles down this entire riverbed, or old river, an old river that flowed through here years ago. So I'm just gonna keep walking and continue on this journey and see what else we find out. Okay, so here's my favorite part of the night is when we get to do this. Okay, we get to camp in the middle of Death Valley in the desert. It's just me, the coyotes, and the elements, right? So check this out. Look at this 5-star hotel. It's amazing, the best place to sleep. Look at this. It's a 5-star right here, baby. Look at this. Oh, that looks so good. Amazing. It's truly amazing. All the stuff you see in there. It's all nice and heated. Oh, can't get better than that. Oh yeah. So what's gonna happen here is we're camping out till tomorrow morning. Then we're gonna go to Badwater Basin. Hopefully we have enough time. So much stuff in this park and just not enough time. That's the problem. But we're gonna make this happen, and I'm gonna share it with you guys as we wake up in the morning and see these beautiful, actually, you know what I am gonna do is take some night photography, because the stars here is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Even more stars in the Everglades. There's no light pollution here. There's nothing for miles and miles and miles and miles that it can't get better than this. So let me see if I can take some night photography and take some pictures to show you guys as well, and we'll go from there. What a night, what a night, what a night. So, we're still trying to figure out what's gonna be the best way to sleep when it's colder, either a sleeping bag or with some strong covers. But I had to go to the car and warm up twice. Needless to say, you learn as you go. So on the next go around, I think we're gonna have a better experience now that we can attack it a little bit different. But the cool thing is, I was out there till about maybe midnight taking pictures of the night sky, which I'll probably share with you as soon as those pictures are ready. But phenomenal pictures. Just the sleeping was a bit tough, but it's okay. It's part of the process, right? Sometimes you learn as you go. So, all right, this is gonna be a good morning. The sun's just come up and spectacular out there, as I always say. And we're gonna take it 1 hour at a time. We got 10 hours before sun goes down. And when that sun goes down, that's it. So we're gonna try to tackle as much as we can. Eat breakfast now. Badwater Basin is next, and then we'll hit the next spots as we go along. So we'll take it from there. Whew. That's my Four Seasons tent right there. All right, so we've reached Artist Palette, or Palette, however you say it. I don't know, everybody pronounces it differently. Now, this is a colorful formation of mountains. I mean, it's pretty interesting because you're gonna see a whole bunch of colors just on the front side of the mountain. We're gonna go try to take some shots. It's probably over there at that end. As you look over there, that's one side of the mountain. We're gonna continue to hike that way and see if I can get a full panoramic view of that. So we're in motion, and see if we can capture from there. We've reached that peak. I'm going to show you the colorful formation. It's beautiful. You're going to see a whole array of different colors as we go up here. We got some folks up here, and let's see how this looks. There you have it, all the way back there. See some red, some green, brown. If you look over the horizon on the left. So apparently it was the wrong mountain. We found the right mountain. A lot more color here. So I'm gonna take that shot and let's see how this one comes out. That's a cool formation. It looks like clay. I don't know if you can see that on the mountain or in the back over there. All right, so we're on our way to Devil's Golf Course. This is not sand. This is actually salt. Woo. And it is hard. This is hard as a rock. Definitely salt. Amazing. Look behind me. It just continues, these jagged rocks. I don't think this is the actual Devil's Golf Course, but it's near. I think we're 1.5 miles away, and we can just walk down this whole thing. So apparently there's water underground that over time, when it evaporates because of the heat, this salt formation stays. Some of it's cracking. I hope I don't fall in, but these rocks are sharp. I just came over here to check this out. It's definitely mushy, but this will cut someone. Definitely sharp rocks. Very unique landscape, I must say, but this is the outer ends of the Devil's Golf Course. So I don't know where the second hole is, but looks pretty cool to me. Okay, so apparently the GPS has thrown me, I have no idea where. We're on our way to Badwater Basin, and we end up on a dirt road for 34 miles. I don't even know where this is gonna end. I mean, I'm looking at the map here and it continues, but we've been at this for almost an hour and a half, just going through this dirt road. So we'll find out. As long as we get, I mean, look at this, I can't even talk. It's just so bumpy and it's crazy. But hopefully we get to Badwater Basin. I mean, it's thrown us off almost 30 miles off our destination. So we'll see where it goes. So the GPS has thrown me 34 miles into the middle of nowhere. I mean, look at this. Nowhere. So I could do a U-turn in a circle 34 miles away. My fault for not checking the map ahead of time, but you got to take the best of it. There isn't a soul out here, a person, anything, not even animals. In the middle of a desert. This is as good as it gets, I'll tell you that. But it is nice to appreciate this and the silence. We're gonna head back. Badwater Basin is our next stop, and that's where we're gonna go. Welcome to Badwater Basin. We made it. We're 282 feet below sea level. Understand, 282 feet below sea level. I picked this up from a friend. Geological survey by the United States. So there it is, 282 feet. This is probably one of the lowest areas, one of them in the entire world. So probably the lowest area in North America. But with that, you got a vast array of just salt. We're walking on complete salt flats. Under us is an aquifer, and what happens is the water comes up, and actually we got some water right here. So if you notice, there's a little bit of water there. This is dry, this whole area is dry, but all this is salt. There's the water, and that continues. These formations are just, they continues. These are salt that just crystallizes and hardens, and you have this, this rock-looking texture. But again, lowest point in the U.S., amazing. This is the spot that I wanted to go, and I'm glad I did because, yeah, it is quite a view. Mystique Sand Dunes here at Death Valley. Let me tell you, what a difference in biodiversity. How we are somewhere and then all of a sudden you are surrounded by sand dunes. It's hot, I'm gonna tell you that. And it's not even the summer. I can only imagine being here in over 120 degree weather. That's pretty intense because it's hot as it is right now. So this is just something that you don't see every day, especially if you're from South Florida. But let's walk. I want to show you guys this cool place and what we're looking at. So you see these sand dunes just keep going. It goes all the way to that mountain back there, right? We're still in the valley. But let's keep going there. This is a hike. Whew, try doing a couple miles on sand dunes. That's one challenge for you. I've always wanted to play in the sand, in a desert. So here it is. Much better sand than the one at the beach. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm on top of a sand dune right now. And yeah, if I didn't look down, I probably would have gone down the sand dune. I really wish right now I had a surfboard or something because this would be a lot of fun. But again, you don't know what to expect on the first time. If you look behind me, there is a continuation of these sand dunes. And let me show you ahead of me, because it's spectacular, what I'm looking at. It's a complete just journey, miles and miles of sand dune. Sun's coming down. Feels great now because the heat's kind of dissipating and it's getting cold. So yeah, this is as good as it gets. Okay, so that's a wrap from the sand dunes here at Death Valley. It's 5 o'clock now. The sun's coming down. So we're going to attempt, it's a little far, but we're going to attempt to go to Racetrack Playa. That's another one of my big destinations that I want to go to. There's a very high probability we're going to be there by nightfall, but on a positive note, it's probably one of the best night photography or astrophotography areas in the park from what I hear. So we're leaving now. I don't know how many miles it is from here, but from the last time I checked, it's probably a good 40-50 miles from here. Definitely going to be there in the dark, and we'll see what we can capture and go from there. So beautiful place here. I could stay here all day, but there's just not enough time to see everything in this park. I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. Until next time, as I say. Oh, 103 miles? Dude, this is ridiculous. All right, so we have a problem. Low on gas. We're trying to get to Racetrack Playa. A road was closed. There's not a gas station for 103 miles. We're low on gas. Yeah, we got to work a problem now. So I'm trying to look for fuel on a GPS, and we're trying to coordinate everything. The math doesn't jive. We're not going to be able to make it. We'll be stuck out here. I don't know. We got to figure out what's next. So anyway, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Keep you posted if we even make to Racetrack Playa, and figure out a way how to get back to Vegas, because that's where we landed. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I found out what the problem was. Apparently all the roads are closed because there was a storm or a lot of flooding happening in the summer. So the GPS is throwing me down the roads where you should go, and when we get there, the roads are closed. So I don't see Racetrack Playa happening tonight. I'm trying to get back to Vegas, and we found someone randomly by luck who we're following. That's gonna take us to the nearest gas station, which is about 45 miles away. We should make it because we got a range of 42 miles of gas. So it's only gonna get a little bit interesting though, because we're gonna cut it close. Needless to say, I feel that going down the mountains without hitting the accelerator, we should be able to get down there. No problem. Because again, we're not using the gas. With that, let's see what happens when we get over there, and then that should hopefully solve the problem. Looks like Racetrack Playa is not happening, but just get back down to Vegas. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, I'm eating because it was very stressful. We made it. We made it to some small town. Some people out there doing a campfire. So now we made it, we waited, and we got gas. We got gas, so this is good news. Now the bad news. We were gonna go back to Racetrack Playa because we figured we have enough gas. Then we find out that the whole area is closed off. Why? Because the storms kind of washed the roads all over the place. So there's no access to it. Fine. So now we're gonna go to plan B. We're gonna go back to where we were earlier this afternoon, into the sand dunes. And then from there, we're gonna take some night photography. And hopefully we can capture something really cool because it looks like a really clear night. And we're gonna make this happen before we head out to Vegas. So back to the sand dunes in the middle of the night, and let's go get some footage. Come on. Okay, so we're back at the sand dunes. It's now pretty late, but I have to tell you that the sky, I mean, you just can't see it right now through the video, but it looks like, the only word I can think of is it looks like a planetarium. There's stars from one end of the horizon all the way to the other end of the horizon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go deeper into the sand dunes, and I'm gonna get an amazing shot. I'm hopeful that it's gonna happen. This is one of the darkest places literally in the country from what I hear, and I could see satellites from here already moving in the sky. That's how dark it is, and let's see what we're gonna capture. So let's go ahead and continue going down these sand dunes. Okay, so we're gonna set up here. Man, it was so warm earlier. Now it's freezing. I mean, what a change in temperature. But we're gonna set up here and we're gonna have some fun. So here we go. Okay, so this seems like a pretty good spot. You have a tree here, and then from the tree, it's hard to tell, but it goes over, the sand dunes are in the back. I'm gonna try to get the sky with the tree, and let's see how that comes out. So apparently our night adventure, we just got invaded by Martians. I'm gonna turn my light off because I think they just brought the Boy Scouts over here or something, but look at this. I don't know if you can see behind there. The Martians have come to join us. I'm gonna go deeper into the sand dunes to get away from this, but it does look like a lot of fun. But anyway, this is just part of the trip, you know? It's frustrating, but you still gotta laugh. Okay, so we just took a shot of up the sand dune on a wide angle. It actually came out really good. And the Milky Way coming off the background. This is where we're gonna take our portrait shots to share with you guys. But I wanna show you behind the lens what it looks like. So it's very bright right now, but we're gonna try to focus in there. I'm gonna turn off the light. So if you notice here, here's the sand dune, right above my finger. I'm gonna come back, you see the Milky Way back there. So this in post is gonna look amazing once I share it with you guys. We're gonna take a couple more shots and then just kind of call it, but let's see what we can capture. All right, so we got some good portrait shots. That's it, we're done. We're done. We're taking it back. Next stop, Las Vegas. I'm gonna miss this place, but I'll be back. Like Arnold would say, right? So, I'll be back, guys. Let's make this happen. And we made it to Vegas. We crossed the valley, and it's been non-stop. So, the flight's at about 2 hours. I'm here setting up, jump in the plane and go back to Miami. Definitely a great time, not the last time. So I'll start planning the trip to come back here so we can finally hit the other spots that we didn't. There was a lot of spots that we didn't get to go because you need at least a week to be out there. A week to see everything. With that, we learned, we go, and we'll be seeing this place again. So Death Valley, great place, highly recommend it. Till next time.